You just got to love it when a plan comes together. Here's the live crude oil prices right now, down 2% to today, Junior, and it was hitting $72 a barrel. At $65 a barrel, that's $2 gas. Right now, the gas in America is at a national average of $3.99. That includes, of course, states with $2 plus gas tax hikes like California, Washington, New York. So they're dragging the rest of the country down. Let's go ahead and check the average price in Florida. Still too high, 3.7, 3.4 in Texas, right? We have, let's see, Colorado typically has pretty low gas, 3.9. Okay, so a bunch of states in the threes. All right. Wonder what is the closest to $2 to entering $2 a gallon gasoline. Maybe the Dakotas? Nah. Okay, so everything's still around like $3.50 approximately. And the national average, of course, skyrocketing because of left-wing communist states. But it is headed in the right direction, and you can see what's about to happen because they just signed the peace deal and opened the Strait of Hormuz, and this is horrifically awesome. I don't know. I am a Hormuz for low gas prices. I am allowed one dad joke per day, all right? I got 4 kids. Actually, I'm allowed 4 dad jokes per day. I have 4 children, so that means 4 dad jokes a day. So I'm going to my whore joke. There you go. This is my Hormuz whore joke. Look at the ships moving. We never saw any kind of movement. This place was gridlocked for 3 solid weeks, months. Feels like years. But now, oil prices come crashing down. Look at that. Look at that. That's a beauty right there. The lowest that they've been since the start of the war. Start of the war here was the end of March. You can see here that the oil prices skyrocketed then. And it hasn't been this low since then. It is now down practically below where it was. The S&P 500 doing great. And President Trump saying the oil is flowing. Iran can never again have a nuclear weapon. The world will be safe. Stock market's roaring. Jobs are at records. Prices are dropping. Country safe and strong. Lock in, Mr. President. Lock in, Mr. President. There you go. Below $4 a gallon is a beautiful thing. And here's the signature, the historic signing document. President Trump signing it along with the government of Iran. So here it is. This memorandum is a thing of beauty. And I really want to make it very clear that I'm pretty pissed off at watching the political influencers, many of them have virtually zero influence, trash this thing. And I said so last night and got a ton of attacks. Great. That's good. There is so much foreign money in our profession, and it's sickening to me. And I don't want you ever taking advice from people that are taking money from Israel, or taking money from Qatar, or taking money from Russia, or taking money from Ukraine, or taking money from Saudi Arabia, or taking money from Somalia. They have no money. But whatever, I don't like it. And those kind of people should be forced to register as foreign agents. And I'm sick to see that those people are popping off and attacking our president over this. This is a beautiful deal. The Pope likes it. Pope Leo commends the U.S.-Iran peace deal. Way to go. Trump Pope posting. Way to go. These fools who think I haven't been through enough with Iran when the stock market just hit a record high, oil prices tumbling down, are jealous. Bad people, stupid. Make America great again. President Trump lashing out. Oil has plunged. Dow has surged. Very good. You like it when a plan comes together. And now there's a 6-day push towards the final agreement that will be, dipped in gold at the United Nations. And we'll see what happens next. But right now, oil is falling off a cliff, they say. Look at that. Crude is completely crashing. And there it is. Gas prices officially dropped below $4 a gallon. It's dropping 25 cents a day. Very good. There you go. Oh, there you go. $2.89 in Texas. We love to see it. There we go. Now we're hitting it. There you go. Very good. Excellent summary of the Iran deal. Economic takeover to grow the economy in Iran and Lebanon so big that the terror and regime become teeny by comparison. It's all a money game. If you starve a place of enough funds and resources, it all becomes Somalia. It all becomes like just terrorist warlords and tribal. It's like how it happens everywhere. If you accelerate economies and you invest in economies and you are able to show everyone that you can, be rich, fat, happy, you really reduce the terrorism. Most Gulf states behave like this. The vast majority of Gulf states behave exactly like this. Go to Saudi Arabia or Qatar. Those places are clean. They are absent terrorism. They have a pretty ruthless crackdown on terrorism, and people live nice, and they want to live peacefully in peaceful, clean places. Good for you. Good for you. I'm not going to move there, but way to go. These are like highly functional, very rich places that have, I think, admirable standards, right? No terrorism in those places. And that's sort of the threshold here. Iran has lots of terrorism and lots of terrorist funding. And so invest and ensure that you can actually, the people will want more peace, the more stability, and the better everyone else is doing. That's how you win. This is, quite frankly, how we take over the USSR. This is how you destroy the USSR. This is how we've flipped China effectively from a communist country to a capitalist country. China's probably arguably more capitalist than America. Focus on midterms because that's a real threat to national security, is the Socialist Democrat Party and its literal Nazis, which Nazi stands for National Socialist. So, yes. I really love this breakdown because there's a lot of fake news out there about this peace deal. Trump killed 50 of Iran's top leaders. He did it $1 trillion worth of damage to their military and equipment and infrastructure and totally wiped out their naval fleet. And their government is in a state of endemic internal conflict and has left them totally incapable of meaningfully attacking any neighbor or any region any soon. And the end of it, Iran could do is rig the Strait with mines and take pot shots at passing ships. The loss of insurance coverage has more of an impact on the flow of marine traffic than Iran did. I personally would have preferred total destruction of Iran. But it's been difficult to accomplish with without extreme civilian casualties. 80 million people live in Iran. Something third world leftoids were already complaining about. In the meantime, consider the following. No boots on the ground, no prolonged conflict, no permanent occupation, no military draft, no lasting impact on energy prices, no multi-trillion-dollar boondoggle. None of these things, the anti-war retards in Israel tunnel vision like Dave Smith and Candace Owens predicted would happen. In addition, oil and gas prices are falling. Some are in the midterms. Free Palestine, third world, like Graham Plattner, have less ammo for which to campaign. Russia is bringing in less revenue. The U.S. got a foot in the door to block China's Belt and Road projects. Trump has a greater latitude to tighten sanctions on Russia with exacting supply. Europe and America have agreed to increase cooperation in providing national defense for Ukraine. Israel isn't a signatory on the Memorandum of Understanding and isn't bound by the terms, leaving it independent to defend itself, whatever. America is creating power vacuum for China and Russia to fill by absorbing in surrendering its own influence in the region. People who say it's a humiliating defeat for Trump is Russia, China, Iran, and Democrats. The worst people have joined arms in pretending like Iran pulled one over on Big Bad Orange Man. It is very transparent. Don't let your enemies control you with such stupid and obviously reflective control op. Ladies and gentlemen, J.D. Vance at the White House just moments ago going in hard on, well, the forces that could F this up, particularly Bibi Netanyahu. And he didn't have to go this hard, but damn, JD has got it guns a-blazing. Let's go.
There's a report in Axios that Netanyahu's fuming over this. Israel doesn't feel bound to the MOU as it relates to Lebanon. If, as you mentioned, your frustration with Israel striking in Beirut, hitting apartment buildings, if that continues, could it torpedo the deal? And what would the U.S.'s response be to a broader war in Lebanon involving Israel and Hezbollah?
Yeah, well, I don't want to get into hypotheticals that could torpedo the deal, because I think the president's expectation is that all of our friends, the Israelis, the Arabs in the region, we're going to work together and actually see this deal to completion. Now, I saw the Axios report. that Netanyahu is fuming. That's not reflective of the conversations that I've had with him, but maybe he's saying something to somebody else that he's not saying to me. What I will say, and this does bother me, is that you've seen people within Bibi's cabinet who have come out and attacked the deal, and in some ways very personally attacked the President of the United States. And I guess my message to them would be twofold. Number one, Donald J. Trump is the only head of state in the entire world who is sympathetic to the nation of Israel at this moment in time. And he happens to be the head of state of the world's superpower. If I was in the cabinet of the Israeli government, I might not be attacking the only powerful ally that I have anywhere left in the entire world. And the second message I would give to some of those cabinet members, Bibi, to his credit, has not gone down this path, but to some of these cabinet members in Israel who are attacking the President of the United States, the other thing that I would say is that over the last 3 months, 2/3 of the defensive weapons that have protected your homeland have been built by American hands and paid for by American tax dollars. The problem for Israel is not Donald J. Trump. And anybody in Israel who thinks their biggest problem is the President of the United States needs to wake up and smell the reality of the situation that country is in. Thank you all.